That's the 8 a.m. music. You can hear me, right? We're good? And we're live! Okay, so last time on Fire Emblem, we've been extremely frustrated with Chapter 4. Okay, Lord Hector died and put Roy in charge of the Lycian Alliance. And it's been a frustrating time, let me tell you. So we go here, we get the door key. And we head out. We put Roy here with his rapier. Chad. Who's got more skill? 6, 4. Chad gives Lot the poleaxe. I always forget about, like, before the game starts giving you access to the weapon the preparations menu, right? You really want to take the end of one chapter to start preparing for the next one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna try the rush strat right now, one more time. Just one? Come on, Marcus. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about Nomads is they're so fast, so they have high avoid. And in Binding Blade, I believe, compared to other Fire Emblem games, specifically, it's rather, like, hit is accuracy overall is rather low. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's Jason Bourne. One. You suck. Yeah, let's just do this. I swear to God if you miss. Yeah, even with that, Silverlands, Paladin, 28% chance of missing. Well, that was a good level up. He can only hit him unless he's dead. But it's like, if we hit him with the poleaxe, it's a one-shot kill, but, you know, the counterattack hurts a lot. If it comes to pass, right? I guess we do this. You're fired. Yeah, it's like 65% chance. Thank you. Granted, I'm using a steel blade or an iron blade, which is like specifically the, you know, weak one. Screw it. Let's go for it. Thank you. Rescue him. Head on back there. Take him and drop him there. We can heal Roy up. But still, he's like way out of the action. That sucks. Accidentally blocked with Lance. Unintentional. Seen it. You know what? Let's retreat back into our little hovel. All right, what are we looking at for reinforcements here? Four, 6, and 8, as well as 9 and 10. Okay. Oops. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, Lou! Okay, we're good. We're fine. That was a stupid mistake, but... No doubling? Yeah, because I would have killed Lou if he hadn't dodged. So we're going to block those guys. Alright, what have you got? Iron Sword, Iron Lance, Iron Lance, Iron Bow. Dare I do? Do I dare? Yes, I do. I do dare. Shoot. Afraid of that. You're fired. Okay. I cannot wait until I get out of these early chapters so I can start, like, really, you know, having a plan of attack. Sure. This guy, I guess. What? Holy crap. Zero. Yeah, it's like 60% chance I'd absolutely obliterate him, but 40% chance I get absolutely obliterated. And then it's kind of just like, okay. Like, I thought I'd be able to actually, like, get some kills in, but my mistake, I guess. Yeah, they managed to protect the Nomad really well, which sucks. Screw it. Let's see what happens. Yep, these guys. That's right. He doesn't appear on the fort. He appears next to it for some reason. You're going to need to start dodging, bro. Is he gonna get taken out by the Nomad? No. Okay, no. I was gonna say. Okay. Why do you suck so bad, Walt? 2 damage. Like, I'm genuinely curious what they were thinking when they were making archers. Like, I guess it's like keep them out of danger. It's free damage.
You can do it!
I don't know. Yeah, what's what I was telling Walt, but he can't. 失敗した。4ダメージ欲しかったけど、2しかできなかった。All right, let's check. Who's okay? Oh my god. Oh my god. You're fired. It's kind of a waste of Walt. But I mean, Walt is like inherently a waste, so it's fine. I need you to not miss. What did I just say? It's like if he misses, he just freaking dies, though. Oh, God. The poleaxe isn't working. Yeah, the poleaxe isn't effective against rangers for some reason. Like, they're riding a horse. Thanks for the crit, bro. I don't need it. All right, Alan. Bro, I'm almost out of staff uses. It's fine. Yeah. It's going to be kind of rough if Rutger shows up, but I don't have Clarine to recruit him. Yeah, okay. Oh, he's got a men's staff. That's for you. It's for me. I gotta absolutely use my vulneraries. That's one thing I always forget about. You know, no one gets experience for using a vulnerary. So that's kind of why I forget often to use them often. Yeah, I think I've made a mistake by putting Roy down there. I didn't realize that Clarion wouldn't run out to me. So we got to keep... Okay. Luckily, these guys are relatively out of the way. Oh my god, this guy ran ahead and blocked this guy's ability to shoot Lou. Which, you know, normally you don't... Like, I would be glad to have these people not trying to kill my characters. Alright, so she can go there. And I have to let her talk to Roy, don't I? Shoot. Yeah, luckily I wouldn't... Or normally I wouldn't want people to attack my characters. But when it means that I get a little bit more damage on their turn, which makes my turn easier, you know. Oh, dear Lord. Screw it. Oh, God. And that's the run ender right there. I can give it down to 17 HP. I can go in... Or 11 HP. I can take him out with Roy, but like... None of my guys can do that, seemingly. So then we can rescue this guy. Retreat. Send Roy in. He misses! And completely ruins my chances of surviving this. Oh god. I mean, let's watch it play out, but you know. Absolutely despicable. Let's put Merlinus over here. Yeah. I don't know why it focuses on like the rest of the enemy phase where no one's gonna die, and then it finally decides to do everything that involves maybe someone dying. Ow. Okay, that's fine. Merlinus comes back. Dodge. Well, that's game over. Jesus Christ. I'm starting to get upset here. Oh my god. Alright, so let's try a slightly different tactic. Give the poleaxe over. Do this. Trade. We'll get the hand axe. And head on out. And then what we're going to do is... No. Rescue Chad. And wait there. And then let's start moving everyone on in. The approach. Yeah, depending on like random rolls, it could take 3 hits to take him out, like I saw last time. Alright, so we drop Chad there. Fly over here. Roy's our boy. That's a really good level up. I would love to keep that. Wow. Okay. Eight damage. Does he have a sword? No, they both have lances. Nine damage. Ugh, 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 ugh. Oh, God. Okay. This is a safe bet, I feel like. That's 65% chance of 69. Or, if we do something like this, chip him down just enough, then we can use the Iron Sword with Deke. And then I have an 85% chance of killing him. Thank you. Seven. Can anyone else reach him? No. Might as well. Not too surprising. Going for Roy. Rucker saves Clarine. What's that? Make rock みたいな? What? What? Virus block? That doesn't sound real. Okay, okie do, okie do. You're killing me. All right. He's in the forest, right? Yeah, okay. You can probably take him out, yeah. You better not miss. Thank you. Holy moly. Sure, if oh, but this guy can hit him too. Curses. Jesus. Oh, oh, I really need that to not miss. Okay. Take care of this guy. This guy, yeah, definitely hit this guy from afar. Lose my like most reliable versatile option. Versatile meaning can hit from 2 spaces away, 1 to 2 spaces. I. It's like I'm not even allowed to play the game. %28% chance of hitting. Oh, Lord. I just can't. The damage just is not, you know, being done, you know? Like, I just need to hit this. Okay, nice. So close. So close. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Oh my god. 4? 4 sneezes? And no one can rescue Lou. Ha. Ha. Get the critical hit, Deke. Get the critical hit. Oh. Bless you. Do I use my Merlin as decoy now? You know what? Heck yeah. He's laughing. Yeah, I'm gonna take out the and he's not even there. He didn't even show up. All right, that's fine. He's not actually dead. Oh, but Lance dies anyway. Oh my god. Screw it. Go on out there, the Silver Lance. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do this at the beginning. I guess I've been so focused on trying to get his axe level up so he can use, like, the halberd. Of course, I'm trading ease right now for ease later. Die. Speed, that's good. I like the everything level up that I got earlier, though. Okay, and we'll drop him there, and we'll go here. Yes, we will. That's free. Why not? That's why not. Yeah, it's like, dude gets one rounded. Absolutely terrible. Terrible. I'm not ready for my Merlinus to get wrecked just yet. Maybe in a bit. You're being a pain in the butt. So that means that... No, I successfully blocked them off. That guy's probably going to go over there. Sure. Absolutely terrorizing that Silver Lance, but it's fine. Going for him. Okay. There's Clarine. Yeah, I genuinely thought that Clarine wasn't safe. When I've, every single time I played this chapter, I would always rescue her immediately. But all the enemies AI, I read like wiki, and all the enemies AI says, will not attack Clarine. Heal him first, just in case something silly happens. And he misses. He shouldn't miss. But he might. But he won't. Okay, thank you, Lou. Holy cow. Anyway, what's the next chapter? I don't want to get ahead of myself, but... Oh, it's that one. Okay, got it. I'm not telling. Yeah, I don't want to get ahead of myself, like I said, but... The roughest part's over. There is still one potential source of hiccup here, and that is Rutger. We got to get Rutger. We've got to extract him from all of the other people. Nice. Okay, we've got Clarine. Okay, so he can go there. All right. So again, That sucks. Who is this guy? Why is he so strong? Okay, so you put... Why would I do that, though? Oh, God. So Rutger... Run here. Clarion can get him. How far can Clarion go? Okay, so Clarion can get all the way down here. So if this guy's got not versatile. If I kill this guy with Marcus right here, and then make a wall here, because this is a river, you can't go through it, with good defensive units. The fighter won't be able to reach Roy. This guy will. But then I'll be able to run Clarion in and have him get... have her get Rutger. And I'll have him use the axe so that he doesn't have weapon triangle against Rutger. Okay, so... and he's got a sword, so I should make sure I have a lance equipped. Alright, no one's low on HP. Okay. So Clarion can run down here. Rutger can't get anyone else, really. Ward's good. And now we're just move people into position to be as close as possible to attack when I need them to just rush in. Alright. And no one's got... okay. So I can put L in there. No problem. Okay, yeah, and he doesn't even attack. Because the guy's in the way. That's awesome. Okay. Thank you for dodging boars. Boars. Oh, he's got his iron sword. Oh, I wish he had his rapier out. Ding. Okay. This is like the last thing I can do. All right. So the only person that Wolt can... no, he can attack both people. So I don't... Clarine, first things first, let's recruit Rutger. Now, this is going to be probably the most important recruitment of the game. Because, let's talk about strategy here. I'm going to be taking advantage of a glitch here. Now, there's two reasons why I'm going to be taking... that I'm okay with taking advantage of this glitch. One is there aren't a surprisingly... a lot of glitches in the Binding Blade that you can take advantage of to, you know, give yourself an advantage in the game. And the other reason why I'm okay with taking advantage of it is because I literally can't not take advantage of it. Because Rutger gets what's called hard mode bonuses. In the Binding Blade, enemies on hard mode get extra stats. They don't actually level up, I don't think. The game doesn't level them up more. The game just gives them more stats to make them stronger. That's why last stream I was looking at one of the paladins, and he was like the same level as Alan, but better in pretty much every stat. Now, recruitable characters do not get this bonus, except due to an oversight in the coding that doesn't apply to any character who isn't on the enemy or isn't on the map to start. So the thing is, I guess the way it was coded is like it checks if a character is recruitable and then doesn't give them hard mode bonuses if so, but it only checks at the beginning of the map. So if they show up, if there are an enemy at all that isn't visible from like the preparation screen, if you have it, then they get bonuses to their stats. So Rutger here is an enemy, but he wasn't an enemy at the start, so he is the first unit who gets hard mode bonuses. So it's unintentional, but there we go. Anyway. Anata hey, you're... Nanda, mada ita no ka? What? You're still here? Mada desu te. Or no. Yeah. Still? Senjo no mannaka ni horidashite oite yoku sonna koto ga iemasu wa ne? You threw me out in the middle of the battlefield. Of course I'd be saying that. Hitotsu machigae wa hidoi me ni atta no desu wa. If you've made a mistake, it's like you're looking at me with cold eyes. Hidoi me ni awanakute koufun datta na. Yo wa sore dake ka? Well, it would be lucky if you... I would have been lucky if you could have not met my my eyes, my cold eyes or something. Machinasai, watashi wa hotte. Or are you saying, would you rather that I left? You know. Machinasai, watashi wa hotte oite kono mama tachisaru otsumori? Wait! Do you plan on going away and leaving me standing here? Dono kata nara dono kata rashiku chanto sekinin o toru beki desu wa? A gentleman should take responsibility like a gentleman. Sekinin? Nande sore wa? Nande sore wa? Responsibility? What are you talking about? Tasukete reidi o mamotte yado made okuru no ga dono kata no tashinami. Tsumari, gimu desu wa. A gentleman's protecting a lady and escorting her to her abode is a gentleman's tashinami. It's a gentleman's etiquette. Or in other words, his responsibility, his duty. 途中で掘り出してしまうような物語、どの遊戯シーン No, it's 銀遊シーン Troubadour, right? Wandering Mitch. Ginyu Shin. Yep, thank you. What? Shijin. Shijin. Ginyu Shijin. からも聞いたことありませんわ。着水? Apollo 2? What? Artemis 2? Apollo 13? What? You mean Artemis 2? Tonight? Okay. Anyway. I've never heard a minstrel sing of someone who would leave a lady in the middle, in the middle like that. 一体何の話してるんだ? What the heck are you talking about? 大体あなたベルヌに恨みがあったのではありませんの? Well, Jen, you generally said that you have a grudge against Baron, do you not? それなのにベルヌに敵対する私に剣を向けるだなんで. And despite that, you would turn your sword against an army fighting Baron, army such as ours who's fighting Baron. ちょっと待って. Wait a minute. 本当はそれは? Is that true? え? 何がですか? No? Huh? What is? この軍はベルンと敵対しているのは? That this army is fighting Baron. どうやってリーダーからそう聞きましたわ? I mean, I heard that from our leader, Roy. よし、わかった. Alright, understood. What? お前たちと共に戦ってやる。それで文句はないだろう. I will fight alongside you. I have no complaints with that. What? もう大事なのはベルノと戦うではなく私を守るということですのに. Wait! It's not, the important part isn't that we're fighting against Baron, it's that you're protecting me! Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so she's safe here. So Rutger is, despite the fact that he's not on my final team, which kind of sucks, but Rutger is one of the most important units, one of the best units in the game. And I'll show you why in a bit. Well, here's one thing, like 16 damage, 100% hit, 37 crit with the killing edge, and only a 30% on the other guy's side. Ow. Okay, well, you weren't supposed to do that. Would have been nice if you got that critical hit the first time, but whatever. Like, boom, Rutger immediately. Good stats. What a guy. Oh my god. 14 skill, 15 speed, 9 strength at level 4. Like, are you kidding me? That's why I wanted him. You know, I did go back to the VOD and look. The first team that I rolled that I didn't use because the same person was chosen twice. It ended up that Rutger was my Durandal user, which, to be fair, like as fun and as good as that would have been for me there, you know, I'm okay with not using him because I did give him Durandal my first run, you know. Okay, so I just need to be super careful not to screw anything up. God dang it. So I just need to do 10 damage. That's 10. Thank you. This is a little silly. That's why it's silly. I should just use the iron sword and not risk it. But whatever. Alright, let me just check the wiki again, make sure there's no surprises. Four cavaliers on the eastern edge of the map on turn 11. What turn is it? 8. Okay. Oh! Hello! Yeah, I shaved most of the beard off. Hello, little miss. How are you? Oh, you came at a good time. I mean, I don't want to count my chickens just yet. But it seems I've gotten away with the hardest part of the chapter that that I'm playing right now. Oh boy. I spent like half of last stream trying to get through it, but yeah. I has a shower. What are you, a cat have cheeseburger meme? Yeah, I'm fine. We're going into into town, not into the city, but we're going into town. No, I didn't want to. Frick. We're going into town. There's a collaboration going on with Mosubaga, where they have like a special. We're doing pillaging. I wish. We're doing a thing where you can buy a Happy Meal basically, and then if you pay extra money, you get a Koji themed plate, which is something Gishi likes. All right, trade. Give me that. But yeah. Lara says hi. She's playing Splatoon. Off on the side here. Okay. Whew. But yeah, sorry about the whole mishap with your present. I was used to, it being held up in customs for 5 years because, you're sending it to the U.S. and the U.S. just has a bajillion rules now to figure out what kind of tariffs it has to go through, if any. To be fair, I should have just messaged, like, during, like, right when I sent it, but whatever. No, I mean, it's fine. Like, it is your present for you, after all. Alright, again, what turn is it? 10. So I hear there's 4 Cavaliers showing up around hereabouts. No problem. So I think we'll just wait until they show up. But yeah, it was funny when we went into, there they are. When we went into the city there, I didn't actually give him the item that I wanted to give him. God dang it. When we went to the city a while back, we had a 3-day weekend. So we went in, we met a friend and stuff like that. I didn't prepare. Oh my god. Am I going to lose? I'm not going to lose. I refuse. I refuse to lose. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got to move everybody behind this line. But 3-day weekend. I'm sorry, I'm thinking. One false move and someone dies and it's a run reset. And I've been doing very good this map. But yeah, so we went into the city and Gishi made a shopping list of like, okay, now that we're in the city, let's, you know, get everything that we can get that we can't usually get on the island. And then one of them was like, your birthday present. And she was so so adamant. All right, we gotta find the present. We gotta get it. You know. All right, next up, we gotta find something. So we bought you the pen, right? I should have used. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh God. So we got you the pen, right? And I was like, okay, cool, we got you something. And then we met up with our friend from a few prefectures over. And then she was like, oh, your friend likes Usahana? Well, I saw a Sanrio store before we met up in the mall that I was wandering around in. So let's go there. So we went there and they were like, oh my gosh, it's this Usahana thing. Here's another Usahana thing. You should buy her this. You should get her this too. This is cute. You should get her this and this bag and this bag. And I'm like, whose friend is this? You don't know this person. Not that I'm like complaining, but holy moly. Get over here. You go here. You go here. Okay. Okay. So now everybody's out of danger, out of harm's way. So when this guy comes over, as long as no one runs, okay, sweet. Rutger! Critical, yes! So yes, we ended up getting quite a few, quite the care package. Oh my God, why are you running? No way. No! Where'd that guy come from? You're kidding me! Yeah, gone forever, and because of my challenge, you know, I'm not gonna lie, if I hadn't specifically said I need to keep everybody alive, I would have just let that go. Because that guy sucks. He's completely useless. Anyway. Take it from the top. But yeah, it means he's dead forever. Can't use him ever again. Which, you know, I'm going to bench him anyway. But... where the frick did that guy come from? Because he died. That's one of my rules, my challenge rules, is I got to get everybody... I reset. One of the challenge rules I have is get everybody out alive. Everybody has to... I have to recruit everyone. And I have to, you know, have them all live to the end game. But yeah, that's the thing with Fire Emblem. Just one... yeah, one mistake and people can die. So yes, basically... I don't remember when. I'm at the start of the game where they don't let you choose who you want to deploy on the battlefield. Like, you just, you simply just use everybody that you have because you haven't recruited a lot of people yet. But once you, like, start getting enough people, like I want to say chapter 7 or something, there's a preparations menu where you can go in and you can choose who you want to bring in, and you can rearrange what items they have and all that good stuff. But right now, it's just everybody's on the field. So as soon as I get the chance to pick who I can actually use, I am going to put Wolt, the guy that died, on the bench. Like, you know, just immediately, you suck. He's an archer. He's got a range of, which means but pretty much all of his weapons have a range of 2. Not a range of 1 to 2, a range of 2. So he shoots somebody on my turn, and then on their turn, they run up close, hit me, and then I can't, you know, respond. Critical hit, Roy. No. But yeah, one of the loss conditions in my run is if anyone dies. Any recruitable character or recruited character dies. So what I'm doing right here, about turn 4, some bandits will start showing up. And they'll start aiming for this village to destroy it, and that village too. That just putting people on the spots where they show up means that they can't show up. I think she's fine with it. She hates it a lot less than, you know, her prior employment, so that's always good, of course. Yeah, you know, sometimes they get some foreigners in who like are, you know, tourists or whatever, so she's been able to use mild English. I'm so sorry. Those are all gone. You know, stuff like that. We don't sell that anymore. I'm so sorry. So the frustrating thing about this this map is like the enemies are like the same level as my guys, but they're just much better stats. Yeah. Although it's kind of been funny, she's been telling me all about how like everybody and their mother knows who I am. They're like, "Oh, you're she put me down as her emergency contact, right?" And she's like, "Oh, that's the English teacher that always wears orange, right?" Yep. That's him. Alan. Yeah. And I'm like, "Yes, sir. That's me." Oh boy, looking great as always. We'll see if he gets used. Usually, like Alan and Lance come together, and usually the wisdom is. Wait, how? Okay, usually the wisdom is, use them both, and then see which one gets better level ups, and then use that one. Of course, the whole challenge run thing that I'm doing here is I've chosen one character for each weapon type, e.g., one character for each legendary weapon that you get, and I have to bring them into the final chapter. Now, I can use anybody I want up until there. You're playing Guardian Signs? That's a blast from the past. Oh my god. I remember there was like the thing that you could do with cooperative, like with other people, but I didn't realize you could do it yourself alone. So I just like never really did it. And I kind of missed out on the opportunity. Like where you go into the past or whatever. Like, oh my god, I can draw circles. Circles, 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 circles. I think so. There's like secret guardian signs too, where you could like, if you got the freaking guidebook, you could just like draw the guardian sign in there, and even though it wasn't something that you learned, it would summon Pokemon anyway. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean if you've got your DS handy, try. Let me see if I remember how it. If you got your DS handy, try drawing that. I think you have to like charge up your styler twice or whatever. I think this is what it was. It was either that or it might have been this. It might have been with squares. That's what I remember. Tell me if you need to see it again. Did you do it? Did it work? I'm operating off of a memory here, so apologies if it doesn't work. But yeah, the whole point was that, like, yeah, it's these secret complicated signs. Thank you a lot for hitting that. Oh, you probably can't even do it. Yeah, you probably don't even have the ability to, unfortunately. You could, like, make it into a rainbow or whatever. Bro, I really need these guys to, like, actually do some damage to these, these people. Like, oh my god. And then the other thing is they miss. Okay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Please, thank you. That's the other thing is, in Binding Blade, which is this Fire Emblem game, for whatever reason, the way it's balanced is, like, people just aren't all that accurate, really. Thank you. Sorry, am I stressing you out with the stream too much? But, like, even right there, 70% chance of hitting. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, if he misses, then that's just going to throw the entire plan out of whack. Like, I'm like, I need you to hit this because I don't have anyone else to attack that guy. And if you don't kill him now, he'll run over and kill my healer or whatever. But I just think, screw it. This is, again, sorry, this is Marcus. He is your Jagan archetype, to let you in on the Fire Emblem lingo. So the way the lingo works is, in the original Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, you had a character named Jagan, who is an old man who used to be a, great knight, the finest in the the finest knight in the land, but he's old. So he helps Marth escape the revolution, the coup against his country. But he's old, right? So he knows how to fight, and he knows he can use high-level weapons, and he's promoted, so he's got higher stats, but they're not as high as some of the other units can be if you train them up, because he's old. But so the kind of video game, what do you call it? The game design thing that it tells you, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, is, hey, don't use this guy because, or use this guy sparingly because he'll be an experience hog, right? He's gonna fall off. If you take a look at all of the characters in the game, actually, let me look this up. If you take a look at all the characters in the game and what their expected stats would be, if you leveled them up all the way to max. Let me find it. And you sorted everybody by their stats, their expected stat total would be. So if you level them up all the way and then added up all their stats, he's like second from the bottom. But the only character, he's only above one other character that can promote. So all of he beats one character and then like 6 others or whatever, but those 6 other characters don't have the ability to promote and then level up. So the only characters that he beats in terms of how good his stats are if you level him up all the way are the characters that can only level up half as many times as he can, basically. It's a bit hard to explain, but all of the units that he quote-unquote beats are units that are like thieves that can't promote, or your dancers that can't even fight. Like they're all the people that he beats are characters that are in classes that are not made for fighting. Like you want to keep them outside of. So yeah, you want to keep them outside of battle. Bro, I'm just reckless abandon. Yeah. Oh shoot, if I go too fast, I'm going to start running into the character that I want to recruit. And I don't want to kill him. Nope, nope, nope. So the other unfortunate thing is the only other character that doesn't have stats as good as he does is one that I'm actually going to be forced to... Or the only one that has worse stats at max level than he does is one that I am going to have to use for the final fight. However, despite the fact that her stat total is so crap, she's like widely believed to be one of the best, characters to use because of the way her stats are distributed and what she can do. For one, she has the ability to use staff, plural staff. She has the ability to use staves at a really high level. Let me check again when Rucker shows up, which is handy because leveling people up, getting people's staff rank up in this game is ridiculous. You have to use a staff 50 times, and you can only use it once per turn in order to level it up once. So if you want to get from E, D, C, B to A to S, you have to use, you have to use it 250 times. You have to use a staff 250 times. And if you're playing through the game quickly, it might be that you don't even have, you'll probably have 250 turns in the entire game, but, Yeah, she's good with staves, and she has really high magic. She has low defense and stuff like that. So if she gets attacked, she'll get hosed, but she has really high magic. So as long as you, keep her out of the line of fire. She's also a magic user, so she can attack from 2 spaces away. So it's one of those things where, like, you just send her in and she nukes an enemy. Well, most of the time she'll be doing staff stuff, I think. But you send her in and she nukes an enemy, and then you can proceed and take everybody else out. You don't want to have her, like, baiting people, trying to get people to attack her first, right? So, yeah. I just witnessed the craziest thing ever on Gishi's screen here. She's doing Salmon Run over on Splatoon. Right next to the basket. Uses one of her specials. And then, like, destroys 10 boss... Oh, hi! Doorbell. All right, what we got? Shing. Let's see what's in the box. We got protein. High quality protein. Go mango flavor. And rechargeable lithium ion batteries. Nice. That's it. Also, Gishi got a package too. I don't know what's in it. Oh, okay. I saw a Hank Green video. I don't know if you're familiar with him. About, like, rechargeable batteries. And talking about, like, why aren't there good, like, AA rechargeable batteries? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It wasn't my idea specifically. Kind of the wishful thinking of, oh, let's be healthier. But I'm not even sure, like, if I'm not bulking up, then do I need it? What? Huh? Protein. It's like long burn, whatchamacallit, calories. I use half a scoop in my smoothie. Okay, so as long as we kill this archer. Ah. Here's the quandary. Deke can probably... Yeah, okay. Alright, Deke, please don't miss. 25% chance of missing each... What did I tell you, Deke? What did I tell you? I said don't miss. Yeah, see, here's the other thing. This dude's got a pole axe, right? 55% chance of just one-shotting this guy. So please hit. Nice. 55% chance, one-shots him. However, 45% chance that he gets the majority of his HP taken out. Yep. I mean, frustrating. Where's Lou? Oh, there he is. Okay. So, like, this guy is in range of hitting someone, but as long as, like everyone can take it. Take one shot. 2 shots, you know, where it starts getting into the yikes territory. Oh, just kill him. 7 damage, 66% chance. Yeah, Roy, of course, is someone I want to level up as much as possible because he is, he's the main character. Okay. So here's a little trick. I'm trading with Roy, but I'm not actually trading around Alan and Roy's things. I'm just switching around Roy's items so that he has his rapier equipped. So if this guy decides to come after him, he's going to hit with extra damage because rapiers are effective against cavaliers. All right. Ellen! We have Eden and Aden. Ellen and Alan. Move him in here as my heavy guy. Heavy armor guy. Just to make sure I've, you know, gotten everybody. Okay. Alright, he's telling Rutger to go. Oh, shoot. Okay. 2% chance. That's the other thing. Dude's got a 2% chance of getting a critical hit. And critical hit is triple damage. So at any point, like, through this, I should be like, okay, well, he can take 3 hits. It's fine. And then just a 2% chance comes in and says, no, screw you. Okay. I apologize for skipping the dialogue. Clarine got rescued by Rutger and sought out Roy and says, "You're the leader, right? Save me." Oh, okay. Though I'm kind of afraid, the other frustrating thing about this game is it has a lot of what they call ambush reinforcements, ambush spawn reinforcements. And a lot of the other games, they figured out this is kind of bogus, so they fixed it. But in a lot of the other games, when reinforcements show up, they show up at the start of your turn. So they show up, or at the end of the enemy turn. So they show up, or after the enemy turn's done. So they show up, you have time to do what you want on your turn, and then they attack you. In this game, most of them show up, and then immediately attack you. Which makes it, as you can imagine, very difficult. Yeah. What turn is he showing up? Wait. Oh, shoot. So let's rescue him. With Lance, who doesn't have much HP anyway. I wish this guy did just disappear. Because I think Rutger shows up about, like, here, which makes him... He can just easily run in and attack. Because Rutger's really strong. But he starts out as an enemy, so he'll just kill whoever he spots. %56% chance of hitting. You know, it's like... Oh, God. $49. 61. Screw it. Thank you. Okay. Only 3 enemies left. So let's rescue. And back the heck up. You're playing Warframe? How's that? Is it fun? I assume? You're Warframe girly now. Nice. I think it has like a spirit in Smash Bros. Little Smash Bros cameo in Ultimate. Had a some big lady, I don't know. Lady with a big head. A big old, not a head. Big old hat. Yeah, there he is. It's not, it's a spirit. It's like, you know, not a fighter. Lotus or something. You can... They're just basically little stickers you can find. Yeah. Anyway, I know I did this. I already did this conversation, but I think you'll appreciate it. Ah, あなたは Hey, you're なんだまだ言ったのか What? You're still here? So that the context is she was captured by the enemy and he let her go because she was supposed to be a present for one of the Burn generals from the country of Burn, and he hates Burn, so he said like screw that. So he let her out and said, all right, you're free, go on, get out of here. But of course she's like, I'm in the middle of a battlefield, so yeah, like, you're still here? Mara deste? What do you mean still? 戦場の真ん中に掘り出しておいてよくそんなことが言いますわ。ね? I mean, you let me out in the middle of a battlefield, so of course I'm still here. Of course you'd be able to say that. 一つ間違えればひどい目にあったのですよ. Your one mistake is looking at me with those cruel eyes. ひどい目に遭わなくて幸運だったな. Well, it would be good fortune if I could if you could no longer be looked at by these cold eyes. So I'll make myself useful and 待ちなさい。私たちを放っておいてこのまま立ち去るつもり？おつもり？ Wait or halt. Stop. You intend on just leaving, abandoning me and leaving me standing here? どの方ならどの方らしくちゃんと責任を取るべきですわ。As a gentleman, be gentlemanly and take responsibility. 責任？なんでそれは responsibility? What the heck are you talking about? 助けたレディーを She says lady 守って宿を守って宿館多分館船館まで送るのがどの方の What? たしなみつもり義務ですわつまり、義務ですわ What? I'm just 読んでるだけ。It's a gentleman's, it's gentlemanly etiquette to, see a lady off, a lady you've helped all the way back to her residence. In other words, it is your responsibility. It is your duty. Your duty is better. It's your duty. 途中で掘り出してしまうような物語、どの銀融詩人から聞いたことありませんもの。I've never heard a story from a wandering minstrel where he just leaves her halfway. 一体何の話をしてるんだ? What the heck are you talking about? だいたいあなたベルに恨みがあったのではありませんの? Also, you have a grudge against Baron, do you not? それなのにベルに敵対する私たちに剣を向けるんだなんて。Oh, despite that, you're pointing your sword at us who are fighting against Baron. ちょっと待て、本当かそれは? Wait a minute. Is that true? え? 何がですの? Wait, what is? この軍はベルに敵対しているのか? This army is fighting against Baron? どういってリーダーからそう聞きましたわ? I mean, I heard that from our leader, Roy. Yeah, I like that in these games. They kind of drop that in other games, I think. Like the position where they stand. I heard it from our leader, Roy. Yosh, wakatta. Alright, got it. Huh? お前たちと共に戦ってやる。それで文句はないだろう。I'll fight with you. I have no complaints with that. まあ、what? もう大事なのはベルと戦うではなく私を守るということですのに。Hey, the important thing here is not we're fighting against Baron, but you're protecting me. And then she's done. So that's Clarine. Clarine. Yeah, Rutger. I mean, look at that. Like 17 damage, 100 hit, 36% crit. Like, you know, like, he's amazing. You know, it's, Deke's pretty good too, but Rutger's better. Ow. But yeah, I mean, I was saying, so with Rutger, I will be utilizing a glitch to my advantage. I hope you'll forgive me for that. There's two reasons why I'm okay with utilizing glitches in this run. And oh my god, don't! 14% chance I'm missing, by the way. I'm going to go absolutely freaking insane. Okay. But yeah, there's two reasons why I'm fine with utilizing. Oh god, there's no one over here, right? Okay, yeah. Why I'm fine with utilizing glitches in my run here. Number one is there are surprisingly not a lot of actual like glitches that you can use to your advantage in this game. Like some of the other Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games, they're like game-breaking glitches where you can reset the game when an enemy steps on a trap, and then if you timed it right, then when you restart the game, it moves to enemy phase or it moves to player control on enemy phase, so it makes it so you can control every single enemy and have them drop their weapons or trade their weapons over to you or things like that. You know, crazy crud like that. Oh, by the way, here's a little trick. Since archers only have an exactly 2 range, if you surround them like this, like look, he can't attack anybody. He can't move, so he can't attack anybody. So this guy is functionally harmless. But anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, so the reasons why I'm okay with not using, or with using glitches here is there's not really any game-breaking ones. And 2, I literally can't avoid this glitch. Literally cannot. Because the glitch has been dubbed by the community as hard mode bonuses. And what hard mode bonuses are bonuses that enemies get during hard mode. I mean, of course, hard mode is, as you may guess, harder than easy mode. And one of the ways that happens is the enemies have higher stats. They're just given bonus stats. Granted, like, they're not leveled up, they're just given better stats. And that's why a lot of these Cavaliers are the same level as Alan and Lance, but have better stats. Little ridiculous. Ooh, do I want to? Yeah, I'll. But yeah, so the thing is, so that the player can't take advantage of that, they also have a system in place where player units that can be recruited, or units that can be recruited by the player, don't get access to these bonuses. But they messed up and they didn't code the game correctly. Because what the game does, I guess, is whenever the battle is loaded in the game, it does a check to see, are any of these characters recruitable? If yes, they don't get the hard mode bonus. But then it never checks again after that. So if a recruitable enemy shows up as an enemy after the start of the match, then they bypass the checks that say, hey, don't give this guy hard mode bonuses, and they get hard mode bonuses. So Rutger doesn't start the battle on the map. He instead starts the battle halfway through. He shows up halfway through. They exist and never get fixed? What do you mean? Like in later games? They actually did fix this one in the next game that comes out, in the prequel to this. It's chronologically a prequel, but, you know, the story is a prequel, but it came out after this game in real life. But yeah. Oh, I mean, this is a Game Boy Advance game, so, like, it couldn't connect to the internet, so there's no way to hotfix it, right? Because with Nintendo, you couldn't hotfix games until, like, what, the Wii? Like, the Wii was the first time that it had... I mean, the Wii and the DS had connectivity, but I don't think they did DLC and updates like this. Like, you could buy games off of the eShop on the... DS could do Wi-Fi, but you couldn't buy games. The DSi had a DSi shop. Yeah, I mean... there's certainly the concept of like it's a good thing that companies have the ability to patch games after the fact because they can fix issues that arise after it's released. But it's a bad thing in the sense that companies now say, if there's bugs, we'll just fix them post-release. You know? I gotta read this. まさかこんな戦争が起こると、戦争が起こるとは。Man, this war is really happening, isn't it? この村はベルヌの支配下に置かれてしまうのでしょうか? I wonder if this village will be under Baron control. Yeah, games sometimes just come out, yeah, unplayable state. Because they know that they can fix it later. どうせベルの兵どもに奪われるのなら、あなた方に許しましょう。許す? That's not. Is that 許す?
託しましょう。
Oh my god. Takusu. Yeah, I was like, that's not. That's. To give some context for the chat. The first one is the kanji that it is. The second one is the kanji that I thought it was. So, like, you know, I hope you'll forgive me for mixing those up. Yeah, takushimashou. Takusu. Oh, I don't know what will happen if it was stolen by Baron. I'll give it to you. これは生命の源を高める魔法のいころ? This is a magical garment that raises the source of your life. これを使えば多少の傷では倒れない体になるはずです。If you use it, your body will become one that can't be taken down by small wounds. ただし、一度使えば失われてしまいます。But once you use it, it's gone. 貴重な品ですので、よくよく考えてお使いください。It's a very important thing, so think well and before you use it. You got a Seraph Robe. So what that does is it raises your HP permanently by 7. So I definitely want to use that on characters with whom I will be using the final battle. I think last time I used it on Shani, just 17 HP. Like, oh, yikes. Like, if we go into our characters and we sort by max HP, Marcus is at top. Clarine, the healer, Merlinus, like, these are all guys that shouldn't be seeing much combat, these bottom three. And then tied with the mage on the bottom. Yikes. So those Cavaliers are slated to show up here in a bit. Everybody good on heals? Anybody need heals? So yes, Clarine is one of the people that I'm going to be using in the last in the final chapter. So I want to get her leveled up. She is going to be using the staff. So I want to get her using staves. Because right now, she's what? D rank staves. So I have to get up to C, and then B, and then A, and then S. 4 ranks. Which means I have to use a staff, any staff with her, 200 times. But when she levels up, but I forgot, when she promotes, she gets 50 of those free, I think. So 150 times if I want her to be able to use the staff. So right now, the characters that I have that I'm going to be using at the final fight are Roy, of course, Lou, and Clarine. So Clarine cannot fight right now. She can only heal, so I wanted to get her as much experience as possible. So even tiny wounds like plus 1 HP from leveling up, right? I want to absolutely positively. Yeah, those are the good guys. Those are the ones I need to make sure they're properly leveled up. So they're, if you look at like a tier list, they're on the higher end, I think. They're easier to level up. Now, granted, the thing about tier lists for Fire Emblem is that they're generally... A tier list is only handy insofar that it describes like, you have to... How do I want to say this? The most important part of a tier list is the definition of what tier list it is, right? Because is it a tier list of what the most optimal character is to use in a if you want to make your life easier trying to beat the game, or is it a tier list of how cool their hair is, right? So in general, with Fire Emblem tier lists, it's the former, right? Basically, if you want to beat this game as painlessly as possible, that's how I describe it. If you want to beat this game as painlessly as possible, who should you use? One shot. And so sometimes units are on there not because they're good at fighting, but because they have some utility, right? Like thieves might get really high up there, even though thieves have famously crappy combat. They're really high because they can steal you things, right? They can unlock chests and doors, and they're really handy in that way. Sometimes, excuse me, whoa. People that can fly, units that can fly, are generally high up there, even if their combat isn't great, because they can fly. They can get to places quickly. They can rescue and drop people where you need them to be. Okay, so those 4 Cavaliers are everybody in terms of reinforcements. So I can head on out. All right, Roy level up. Awesome. Okay, not terrible. I had one of the runs where like everything went up. Because the thing about Fire Emblem is that unlike say Pokemon, like let's look at Pokemon for example. Pokemon, the way it calculates what stats a Pokemon has is it takes your Pokemon, and you know what? I'm going to go to the bathroom before I finish this explanation. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I just realized I'm printing something, but I don't have my printer showing up on screen. But with Pokemon, you know, if you, a lot of these values are hidden, but if you have, access to the inherent, like the base stats of the Pokemon, every Pokemon of a certain species have the same base stats. If you have access to their, what do you call them? Their IVs, which are essentially like random values that are rolled when a Pokemon is hatched from an egg or is caught. That tells you how good it could be. It's EVs, which are gained from like fighting Pokemon or certain berries. All that good stuff. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you know all the data about a Pokemon, you can tell with 100% certainty if you have the formulas and whatnot. Stop missing. You can tell exactly what their stats will be. In Fire Emblem, however, how it works is... Please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit. Oh my god. How in Fire Emblem, how it works is characters have a level. Please hit, please hit. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Characters have a level, and they have growth rates. So what growth rates are the percent chance that a stat will go up when you level up. Now, it is purely random. Like, you could have, you could level up Roy and he gets everything leveled up, and then you reset the game and level him up again, and then literally nothing increases. You know, which has happened to me before. They level up and then nothing happens. And the other thing is, characters are able to promote from level 10 to 20. So characters normally they can go all the way up to level 20, and then they can promote, and then they get 20 more levels. But the thing is, if you promote early, you get stat boosts inherently from promoting. But once you promote, you lose any levels from like 11 to 20, from 10 to 20 that you well, not 10 to 20. You lose any levels until 20 that you might have been able to do before, because you reset over to 1 when you promote. So if you promote at level 10, well, then that's 10 times you could have leveled up and potentially had your stats go up before promoting. And the rate at which you gain XP is generally lower once you're promoted. So... So you can have 2 gameplay playthroughs. Ooh, this is good. You can have 2 playthroughs where you have the exact same character with the exact same level, and their stats are wildly different. Oh, shoot. I wanted to have her heal someone. I'm making cookies. Yay, 3D printed cookies. They're not cookies, they're actually a maker chip. So what I'm printing right now is a whole bunch of maker chips. What's a maker chip? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, a maker chip is essentially a 3D printer user's business card. So as the story goes, 3D printer, YouTube channel holders, whatever, content creators would create maker coins and exchange them at like maker fairs or whatever. And alright, I need to buy some stuff. Buy one of these. And a hand axe. Anyway, but the problem is, like, they weren't very standardized. You would have, like, a whole bunch of, everybody would get creative with it, and that was cool. But you would have this, like, box full of maker coins with no handy way to, like, display them or sort through them or anything like that. So then, this guy named K2 Kevin decided, you know what? It would be cool if we standardized maker coins. So he made the maker chip, which he said, okay, it's 40 millimeters across in diameter and 3 millimeters thick. And it's going to be about the size of a poker chip. And that way, everybody can display their stuff. Everybody can display their chips properly. Or they can like sort through them, and you can put them in displays, and people can make, stands for them, little things like that. That was a little bit of a mistake. Alright. Let's fix this mistake real quick. I don't want to use the killing edge too much. I do want it to be, it is pretty useful. Because the funny thing about the killing edge here, it's got a hit of 80, right? Compare this to like an iron sword, hit at 85. Pretty good. 65 for the silver lance, Jesus. Okay. So how do I want to do this? I could have Roy try and take the boss out here. Can Roy take 2 hits? Yeah, he can. Okay. But he might get... Might 8. 6. Let's park Roy right here. See what he does. Is anyone in need of healing? Anyone at all? The other frustrating thing about this that I can run into is gates and thrones. Anyone standing on a gate gets an extra, like, 3 defense and 3 res? And 20 avoid. So it's hard to hit. Kabi no haeta meiyaku. That's right. Haeta meiyaku ni shibarareru oroka mono domo. Oroka? That's we, right? Oh, no, that's foolish. Those fools tied up in that moldy alliance. Yono dori o shite yaro. I'll teach you the ways of the world. Okay, so he is using the javelin. And he heals. Oh, he doesn't heal? Oh, he heals at the start of his turn. Go, Roy. You can do it. Bosses are a good source of experience as well. If you can kill one, it's like a hundo. Oh no, Roy's dying. Wow, that was lame. Okay. Give her the men staff. Hmm. So one thing I can do here, one thing you can do, I can use a staff, mend, heal him right up. Full up, that's awesome. And then I can have someone rescue her so she's out of the way. And then wait. And then I can have someone else take that, and then put her down right there. And then that way, she'll be ready the next turn if I need her. Okay, miss, okay. Fat load of nothing. Got him. Nice. Let's finish this. Easy. Foolish. Tsuyamono? What the heck? Kyosha? Strong. Kyosha ni sakara omae tachi ni dono michi mirai nado nai no da. You who are going against the strong have no future. Nice. Okay, so now this is where we take screenshots. I've been tracking my progress each stream. Still D. Anybody need healing at all? I've been writing up little reports and then posting them on Reddit. No one's been reading them, but it's fine. That's fine. There we go. So, I don't think you get access to the preparations screen by next chapter. Oh, she's got him. Yeah, you don't have access to the preparation screen next chapter, so I want to make sure I have everything all sorted away right now. Because what one thing that was a pain that I had to do this time was every single time I failed and needed to restart the chapter, I had to trade all the things that that units didn't own. Oh, frick. God dang it. So I had to trade off, like, okay, my thief has a poleaxe. Well, he can't use that, so I gotta give it to Wade. Oh, Lance has a men's staff. He can't use that, so I've got to give it to this guy. You know, that sort of thing. Let's give Alan... There. Access to that. Let's have... Ooh, let's have... I think... I'm going to give Clarine... the Seraph robe. Let's get you an iron sword, Rutger. And the last iron sword goes to Lance. I think that's pretty good. Let's give... Let's do that. There we go. And then... Seize. Yes! Got everything. Roy-sama, Laos Hei no Teiko ga yarimashita. Lord Roy, the Laos soldiers' resistance has stopped. Soka wakatta, skoshi. That's not QK. Yeah. Kyusoku? Yeah, Kyusoku. Otoro, minna ni tsutaete kure. Alright, understood. Let's take him a bit of a rest. Tell everybody else. Hi. Hi. Yes, sir. Roy-sama, daijoubu desu ka? Lord Roy, are you okay? Eric Kyo ga masakaベルに願っているなんて. Lord Eric really betrayed us for Baron, didn't he? 力や同盟は、it's not 約束。結束。That's right. Union solidarity 結束の固い一枚岩だって思ってたのに。一枚岩。Monolith. Unity of a group. Solidarity. I thought the Lycian Alliance? I thought the Lycian Alliance was a monolith of solidarity, but Baron me nante kitanai koto. But Baron did such a underhanded thing. Gomenasai. I'm sorry. あ、すみません。グレビア姫の気持ちを考えもせずに。Ah, apologies. I wasn't thinking about your feelings. This is Princess Guinevere of Bern. She is the younger sister of the king who is starting this war. She wants peace, though. Yeah, 当然ですわ。No, it's only natural. 僕らはこれから西のオスティアへ向かいます。From here on, we're heading to Ostia in the west. In the west. でもヘクトラ様が亡くなり、残りの諸侯も当てにならない今。当てにならない Unreliable. But it seems that in Lord Hector's passing, the remaining Marquesses might not be reliable. 和平の望みは残念ながら What? 断たれてしまったかもしれないかもしれません Your wishes for peace. It's too bad, but it seems that they're being cut off. 姫はお国に帰られますか Princess, will you be returned to your country? 何かお手伝いが必要なら If you needed help from us, いえ、ご迷惑でなければご一緒させてください No, if it's no trouble, let me go with you. 迷惑なんてことはでもどうしてですか It's not really a trouble, but why? 兄は間違ってます My brother is in the wrong. 人の争いに竜を復活させ巻き込むだなんて In order to fight against humans, he's revived the dragons and brought them into this. それが兄の言う世界の崩壊ならば、私はそれを止めたいのです。If that is what my brother is saying, but what my brother said is his freed world, then I would like to stop it. 世界の崩壊? Or deliverance, the world's deliverance, then I shall stop it. 解放, not 崩壊, 解放. 崩壊 means to destroy. 解放 means to free. 世界の解放? The world's deliverance? 兄の口癖なのです。Yes. It's what my brother calls it. 世界を解放しなければいけない。I need to deliver the world. 今度の戦いもそのためなのだと。This war is also for that purpose. どういう意味ですか? What does that mean? そこまでは私にも。Well, to that extent, even I. ですが、兄は、even I, so even she doesn't know. 兄は単純に世界の、手法? 姉単純に世界の制服 uniform? No. That's an what do you call that, an anagram? Homophone for uniform. 制服 conquest. 考えるような人ではありません. But my brother is not someone who just would simply think of conquering the world for its own sake. きっと何かよほどの理由があるのです. There has to be some reason. でもだからといって戦争を起こし罪もない命を奪っていいことには However, if that's why he's fighting, the fact that he's okay with starting a war and stealing lives that have done nothing wrong. Guinevere Hime, Lady Guinevere. Lady Guinevere. Oh my god. That was so freaking stressful. The worst part is I don't think that's the worst to come. Yeah, I mean generally when you look at like hard modes for Fire Emblem games like this, it's not uncommon where like ironically the hardest chapters are the first ones because those are the chapters where you don't have any planning beforehand and you're often given units that you don't have any control over training yet. So, once like you start figuring out, okay, you know, these units are really effective. These, I should bring these people in. Then in the later chapters, when you get the choice of who you want to bring in, and you can choose from a bunch of different weapons to give them, and you can pick where they're placed in the map, so you can have your game plan to start out. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. ラオス今日エリックのナイツ発見 No. Hakkaku detection. Through the discovery of ロイたちにさられる襲撃与えたさらなるLaus Eric's Marcus Laus Eric's secret communications were discovered, and he, did a surprise attack on Roy and company. エリックは裏切り者は一人ではないとそうに追わせていた。Eric was probably not Owaseru? Owasete に追わせてたという意味どれのおは匂わせる Oh, he smells like it. Yeah. Yeah, he smells like it. Okay. He smells like... Yeah. That gave the... He smells like he's not the only... he literally saying he's smelling like he's not the only traitor. It gave the impression that he is not the only turncoat. Doi no suminareta tochi rikia soko mo mohaya anzen na tochi to wa ienagatta. Roy's own homeland of Lycia. It seems that it cannot be said that it is safe anymore. Ostia wa mezasu Roy tachi wa iranu yakken o kaihi suru tame. Roy and company aiming for Ostia in order to avoid unnecessary danger. Hitodori mo mabara na sankan? Yama Aida. Is it Yama Aida? Sankan. No, I was right. It was Sankan. Sankan no Kyu kaito o tori nukeru koto ni suru datta. So in order to avoid unnecessary danger, Roy chose to take the path, the former streets through the mountains that is now sparsely traveled. So we're almost... Chapter 5, The Fire Emblem. The Crest of Flames. Oh, this frickin' thing. Oyabun, Sakimura ni tantei ni deta yatsu ga mototte kiyashita ze. Boss! The guy who did some reconnaissance over the mountains has returned. Oh, それじゃあ、いつものような村の奴らの、金品を巻き上げに行くとするか巻き上げる To roll up, to take away, rip off, e.g. money from someone. That sounds about right. Oh, is that the guy who always going to take money from the villagers? Yeah, そうもいけないんだってさ. No, that won't, No, he didn't be able to do that. どうもすぐ近くまで軍隊が来てるみたいですぜ. It seems that there's a army drawing near. 軍隊だと? An army? どうして軍隊がこんな山にの寂れた道を通る必要があるんだ? For what purpose does an army have coming through these lonely mountains? 本当かどうかわかりませんが、どうも力也の軍隊みたいですぜ. I'm not sure why they would or not, but it seems like it's the Lycian army. なんだ、ベルにボロ負けした力也同盟の残りなら怖くねえじゃねえか? What? Well, if it's the remnants of the Lycian alliance that was steamrolled by Baron, then they shouldn't be too scary. 違いね. You're not wrong. まあ、養子にしたことはねえし. Yoshi, like preparedness, right? Yojin. Well, we don't need to take too many precautions. うまくいきゃお宝の一つも手に入れるかもしれない。手に入る？手に入る？手に入る？入れる。Okay. 手に入る。Yeah, I was gonna say 手に入る。かもしれない。Nah. Well, if all goes well, we'll be able to get our hands on some more treasure. たっぷり歓迎してやりな。And then we can... Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? ロイ様。村人がロイ様にお願いしたいことがあると Lord Roy, a villager has something to ask of you. Oi, matanka? Hey, wait a minute. Oh, あなたがフェレカのロイ様ですね。You're Lord Roy of House Foray, are you not? そうです。僕に何か? I am? What business do you have with me? Or what do you need from me? 山賊たちが退治してほしいのです。退治? Taiji. Taijiしてほしい. We'd like you to get rid of the mountain bandits. Sanzoku mountain bandits? What is it? Toge? Yeah. Toge no furusato? Ga Sanzoku domo no rejiru ni natte orimashita no? No! That's not. Kojiro? Kojo? Kojo? Yeah. In the mountain pass, the old castle is serving as the bandits' hideout. Shubi no hei wa inai no desu ka? Shubi. You don't have any soldiers to defend you? Ika Domi-gun ga maketa to kiku nari, shiri-jiri ni nigete shimamashita wa ai. After hearing the Lycian alliance fell, they ran off. Nokosareta washira wa mainichi mainichi sanzoku ni obie nagara kurashite orimasu. Those of us left are living out our days in fear of the bandits. Hoka ni tanomareru mono mo oran no desu. Ja, douka washira o tatsukete kudasare. We have nothing else to ask of you, but please help us. Doi-sama, kawaisou desu ga, saki o isogu warera ni wa chito. Lord Roy, he's certainly in a hard, this is certainly pitiable, but we need to hurry forward. Wakatteru. I understand. だけど、目の前の民を見捨てて先へ進むことはできない。I understand, but I can't abandon a citizen in front of me. Yeah, and proceed forward. Doi-sama, Lord Roy? 助けてくださいますか? You'll really help us? もうよろしければ、秘密の門を使えくだされ。Please use a secret gate. ずっと使われていなかったのですが、あそこを通れば、城の真横真ん横真横に出られますぞ。It hasn't been used for a long while, but if you go through there, you'll come out right next to the castle. わかりました。Understood. では、わしは先に戻り、近くに行けば門が開くよ。手はずをしておきます。じゃあ、手はず Arrangements. Okay. All right. I'll go back first. And I'll make sure that I'll bring preparations that if you go near the gates, it will open. I'm not using that gate. No way. マイナスすぐに城の向かい山賊たちへ追い払うぞ。Merlinus, let's head over to the castle and take care of these bandits. やりやり困ったもんですわい。Good grief. Yeah, this is troubling. Yeah, we don't have the preparations yet. So, one thing you can do, before I end stream, I'll explain this. If you stand like here or here, they'll open it up, and then you can just like immediately kill this guy and seize the castle, but that's kind of hard. You get to deal with a whole bunch of people, and I think more reinforcements come out if you do that. So I'm going to head on down over here the long way. But whew. Anyway, thanks for coming out, folks. That's it for today. Have a good one. I will see you next time.